Hello, fellow heroes. This is Sean, and welcome to Hero of the Table. Today I'm working on some models for a game called Mortal God. This is a game set in ancient Greece, so we've got the Grecian city-states fighting against each other. Today I've got some, I'm gonna say this wrong, Peltasts, equipped with like javelins and stuff, some shields, no real armor, so they are classed as a light armor troop, so they're a little bit quicker than the heavy armored guys, but a little bit more armor than the folks with no armor. I've already assembled these, cleaned up the mold lines, and primed them gray. So I'm gonna work on painting the skin right now. I'm gonna use this flat flesh color. Next up for these guys, I'm going to paint their tunics, clothing, with a variety of browns and cream colors. So my understanding is that the Greece troops in this period, there wasn't really uniforms necessarily. They wore what they had. They might have gotten a weapon and a shield issued to them, maybe the armor as well. But the clothing they wore was just whatever. So I'm going to use a variety of browns. You could do them with different colors, brighter colors, reds, blues, greens. I did paint the slingers with some color, but probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. These guys I'm going to go with with just the basic earth tone kind of thing. So I've got dark sand, ochre brown, green ochre, tan earth, Middlestone, and then the leather brown for their straps and stuff. Next up, I'm going to paint the strap that's holding most of them it's holding their sword. Some of them have a pack, but I'm going to paint that strap, and a lot of them have a wristband. Those are going to get painted with leather brown. I've got everybody's armor painted, straps, and some of them have shoes or at least cloth on their feet, so all that's taken care of. Next up, I'm going to paint their hair. Got a variety of colors, just different browns is what I'm going to use. I've got Beastie Brown, Dirt Spatter, Monster Brown, and Parasite Brown. I've got this guy, he's bald, kind of looks old, so I'm actually going to just use Anthracite Grey, give him some gray hair. I'm going to paint the javelins and the backs of the shields with dark brown. Next up, I'm going to paint his shield and his spear tips helmet with steel. Next up, I'm going to work on the skin. I'm going to wash the skin with either Flush Wash or Seraphim Sepia. I'm going to do about half of each. I'm not sure there's a ton of difference between the two, but having a little bit of variation in skin tone I think looks nice. Alright, next up I'm going to wash their clothes with, again, half and half. Half are going to get Agrax Earthshade, the other half are going to get Strong Tone. Alright, well I've pretty much got these guys finished. Next up is to do the bases. Gonna paint the bases with a tan. Alright, next up I'm gonna base these models. I've got the bases. They've been painted with tan, and next I'm going to texture them with Luke APS Desert Sand and Stone. This is the base ready stuff from them. I got it from Footsore North America. Next up I'm going to flock these bases. I've got a variety of flocks and static grass. This is a coarse flock. This is a more fine flock, and I've got a couple of different colors of static grass. I'm going to apply those to the bigger group bases as well as the individual bases, so that when they're on there they look like they fit. I like having a couple different colors and varieties of flock because it kind of makes sense when you go outside, unless you're looking at your own lawn. Tends to be lots of variation in the types of foliage and the sizes, colors, and things like that. So I like to use a mix. I finished this group of Peltasts for Mortal Gods. Pretty pleased with how they turned out. I think they look nice. I went with steel for the helmets and shields. For the color, probably should have done bronze. I guess the weapons would have been some sort of iron alloy, but the armor typically would have been bronze at this period, which that's okay. I'm not completely set on the historic aspects of it, so I think it looks alright. I'm gonna eventually do some shield transfers on these. I tried to order them from Footsore North America, and last I looked they were out. I need to check again to see if they've gotten any in. Did a little bit of color on the bases just to make that stand out. I like to have the bases all consistent so it gives a uniform look to the army. So I've obviously put similar things on all of them. I went with a pretty muted color. I didn't go with bright colors for the clothes or anything. I went with some just browns, earth tones. Well, this is a pretty simple paint job. I'm a firm believer in simple, but of course many of the folks that I see painting these are doing really impressive work. Looks great. For me, wanted to get them painted, get them on the table so I could actually play the game. You can do as much detail or as little detail as you want, but I do like painted models in my games, so I've painted mine up. I think painted models add a lot of character to the game, any game that you're playing. I hope you found this useful. Maybe it gives you some ideas on how to paint your models. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this and the other projects that I work on, you can subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. And there I post pictures of games I'm playing and projects that I'm working on that may not make it to video. If you have any questions or comments, you can put it in the comment section. And remember, you don't need to be an expert to paint your models. Even a basic paint job will make for a better game. Thanks for watching.